I put my foot down, I could feel the world as a quake, stirring a wave, buried
What's up,
on
y'all?
my burdens and
It's
take.
Reverie. Today we are with the one and only
MERKEBA.
Yeah, you already know. Stream all types of things. Stream all his music. Stream everything that you can.
A Metal Snake out now. My debut album, written, produced,
now.
engineered, mixed all by me. On Band, go buy it on Bandcamp.
Exactly. Everybody take a shot for that. Everybody.
Everybody take a shot. I don't care if it's fucking 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
I don't care if you're.
Everybody take a shot.
If you're at work right now, take the shot right now.
Bro, take the shot right now, nigga. The fuck? What I said? Water dancer. you better dance in that water.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Get inside the canal. Yo, it's flooded over here in Miami sometimes. Go outside. Go outside and play in the rain.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
So before I became a rapper, as in when I was 5 years old, I had a very strong flood anxiety. A flood/hurricane anxiety.
Yeah.
Like the moment I learned about Katrina, or I guess I was alive for that, but I was in New Jersey, so obviously.
Yeah, of course.
But between Katrina, When the Levees Broke documentary that came out about Katrina, I watched.
God, bro, that shit was scary.
I watched that at way too young of an age, and so it really did scare me because it was my first time experiencing what I call a sense of cosmic horror, as in I witnessed something that nobody could stop or that nobody could protect me from, and I was like,
the worst part I feel is that they could have. They could have done something, not even to stop it, but more to contain it. The levees weren't good in the first place.
And it's funny because that's what I learned as an adult that makes that fear a lot different. That's the one thing I didn't get, is that like, yo, hurricanes do happen, but it's human beings are the reason why we have that sense of fear about them. It's because, you know, even thinking about Hurricane Melissa right now in Jamaica, like, yo, that shit really...
I've been seeing a lot of videos of those. A lot of videos of some like some crazy shit, and a lot of videos of them cleaning up after. Like I saw this one video of this guy that was just like these people that were just jumping in the water. Everything was flooding, they were just jumping in the water. Because
I think about that a lot. Like, what can you do if you're stuck in that position where, in their case, they literally cannot avoid a probable destruction every so often, and it's only getting worse because of climate change. So it's like, at some point, especially like, I feel like with the West Indian and Jamaican mentality sometimes, it's like, yo, suffering is gonna happen. So it's like, how do you get around it? I feel like that's a part of our consciousness. And likely something that's a part of a lot of third world people consciousness. It's like, yo, these white people came in and fucked up our life, and they keep on doing it. So we gotta laugh at the situation. And I think it's to tie everything together about the levees, I think it's interesting. Even living through like Hurricane Sandy, which I mean wasn't crazy for me, but just in terms of seeing like a hurricane touch the north, I never thought that would happen. And then
just
even
being able to see it live, it was like, oh, okay, like this is real.
Yeah, and then everything that happened subsequently in Texas, all throughout the years. I think the fact that I ended up having such a deep experience with like a water spirit, or like what I perceived to be an experience, you know, I don't fucking know. But I think it's interesting because that's part of what I reflected on, was just like, damn, I always did have a sense of fear over the water because it's the ultimate bringer of both life and death.
Yo, it's the same with me. When I was a little kid, I had the most like pointless fear in my life. It was tsunamis, and I live in Miami. There's no earthquakes here in Florida, so it's just a pointless fear. But like I've seen clips of tsunamis. Like I don't know if it was the one in Indonesia that freaked me out the most. There was a tsunami in Indonesia, and it was like people at a concert, right? I don't know if it was Indonesia, but it was somewhere. Right, I know it was some Asian country.
Yeah,
and it just brought the fear back to me. I was like, oh, okay, like this is still a real thing. This is a real thing that people go through not every day, but like every so often.
No, for real.
It's scary, dog. It's so scary. It's scary. But how are we doing today? How are we feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good today. it's been a chill weekend. I felt it's been a very artistically fruitful time for me since I dropped the album. Kind of more than I expected. Like a lot of good reception.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I feel like I really did put in the work to then like I'm happy to see the fruits of my labor come about because I put in so much to this record that I thought that there would be a certain sense of diminishing return to the density or the intricacy of it, because it's like, yo, nigga, we talked about before, like, what if niggas don't have the time in the modern day to listen that closely? I took 2 years on a project. Niggas not taking 2 years to listen to it like I did.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I'm seeing that just because of, I guess if you, iceberg always has the glacier at the top of it. So I guess the glacier is substantial enough. You're going to get to the bottom or get at least halfway. So I definitely feel like people are seeing the intricacy and being like, okay, let me dive in. And that's how I approach all depth. Like, that's how I see everything that, like, I feel like has layers to it. I'm drawn to it. I like that. Let me uncover it. It's like, I think it's almost like an erotic sensibility.
Yo, you know what? I never thought of it like that. Because usually when I listen to albums, I'd give it like 2-3 weeks of me just straight listening to it. Like, this is probably going to be the album. Bro, there's a couple albums I still listen to a lot as of recently. Like, I've been listening a lot to that Nayante project that he dropped this year, For the Love of Money. That's probably my favorite album this year. Right?
Incredible piece of work. Shout out Niante, man. That nigga cool.
Nah, he's so good, bro. I remember this once. I went to his concert, the one that he came to Miami for.
Word.
Right? And what song were he playing? Back to the Basics.
Word.
Right? Bro, I was singing that line for line. We were both making eye contact, and I was rapping it
Type shit.
Yo, I was rapping it too. Right. But yeah, no, I like having my albums marinate. I like having my albums marinate. That's why I listen to them a lot throughout a process of time. And then after it's done marinating in my mind, I'm like, okay, I can finally say what I like about this, right? I don't like rating scales. I remember I told you this. I don't like saying ratings, right? I feel like, because there's no scale to it. Like, I'm not about to say, yeah, your album's a 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 and no idea what the scale even is. Like, what am I?
Because that's quantification. I got a hatred of quantification. I think we value numbers way too much in society.
Anthony
but go
Fantano
on.
killed music discourse, bro, just because of that.
But I'll say he didn't start that. I think
he didn't start that. He didn't start it, but a lot of people do it just because he does it.
Yeah, the criticism world is a big monkey see monkey do, and I think specifically music criticism is weird to me because it's like functionally it's always white people being like, okay, what do I think? And so it's cool to criticize like anything. Like I think art critique is cool, but music critique is like a lot of times just fucking ass. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's the white lens. Like, these niggas.
If you're not a good musician, bro, don't tell me anything either. Like, I don't like it when like a random person comes up to me, tells me something about my album, and doesn't know anything of what they're talking about. Yo, oh my god, this person told me to sing. What? What?
Yo, but I mean, did you ask him? You should have asked him why though.
I asked him why. I'm like, okay, for one, no, I think the first thing I said was like, does it look like I can sing?
It does it. Why not? Why? I mean, there's a time I couldn't sing.
Yo, my singing voice is so bad, and I've tried to sing so many different times on my songs, and it's just, I mean, as of recently, I learned a little bit more.
Of course.
A little bit more.
Yo, you can sing, nigga.
At the time, bro, I can only sing in Spanish. Funny
is
enough,
that bad? The fuck?
What, singing in Spanish? Nah, but
singing in Spanish is fire.
I can only sing in like, this is gonna sound so crazy, in like mariachi corrido type of thing.
That's
I don't know how to
fire.
produce that. I don't know how to produce
but you need to learn that. No, but know that that's real though, because that's the music that's inside you. So if that's what's inside you, don't dismiss that. because
No,
I
I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not.
Yeah.
You gonna hear me in one like those little karaoke nights.
I said, go off, because I can only sing my way.
Yeah.
I can only sing in English. I can only sing.
You have a cool way of singing, like on Water Dancer. Like it was like, oh, okay, like damn, okay, this is good. Like this is really good.
Yo, thank you. I want to add a little bit of context to like my singing. So I basically started singing before I like rapped heavy, because at a certain point I was like, what can I do musically to just be a part of music? And I'm like, the first thing I could do was sing along to these damn songs. Like, fuck it. So I would literally just, and that's why I tell you, like, you can sing. Because when I started, I was just fucking singing songs, like, in the crib. Like, I would just belt shit. I was just practicing. I was garbage. My brother was like, stop singing. Like, people would be like, stop singing. And I would be like, fuck it.
You have a younger brother?
Yeah, younger brother.
Yeah.
But I
like
get
the
it.
older sibling thing. You did an
Yeah.
older sibling thing.
But I was like, literally like, no, I am practicing. I know it's not good, but I'm going to keep on singing and I'm going to eventually get it. And so from there, my school had a chorus, because my friends were in the chorus. They were like, yo, just do it. Fuck it. You don't have to sing that well. Just join the chorus. And I was like, okay, I'll just join it. And so just from that practice, being in an environment where people could tell you, this how you supposed to sing, like sing from your diaphragm, make sure your air is coming through right, shit like that. Know how to tune, like really know if you're on the key or not. Just basic techniques over time.
Like,
because, go on.
That's the worst part. I have perfect pitch. I was in a jazz band for like 4 years, dog.
Yeah.
Like, I know how to be on a key with an instrument. I can definitely, you could hear this piano solo and be like, okay, yeah, he knows what he's doing. I can't control my vocals. I can't.
No, not yet. But
Probably not
just
yet.
like you weren't born with the ability to play the piano. So I got to think about it the same way, because I feel like I can tune my voice to my musical ideas, but I can't do that on an instrument yet. But to me, it's the same way. It's like, okay, at some point I couldn't tune my voice, and then through practice and through at least being in class, where I'm doing this shit every other day. For 2 whole school years, I did that shit every other day. So it's no way you're not a better singer after that experience. And it's not like I was doing the craziest shit in the world. I wasn't trying to be the best singer. But what I did find is that when it came time for us to do a little improv, like we would do like jazz scat solo. And then from there, I learned that I'm good at coming up with melodies on the spot. Like I have a good idea for melodies. So once I got my voice tuned to the point where I could control it, which took years, then I was able to come up with good musical ideas and let that inner sensibility out. And so when it comes to the hooks on Water Dancer, to me, I'm just trying to channel Mos Def and shit like that. Because when I heard Mos Def on Black...
True. Yeah.
Yeah, because when I heard... Oh, go on.
I did get that feeling. And it's crazy because I recently went to the record store and I saw both the Black Star albums on there.
Big up Black Star.
I was about to pick up both of them, but then I saw Brown Sugar by D'Angelo, and I was like,
nigga,
okay,
of course
I
you picked that shit up.
on CD. I already have this on CD.
Bro,
I'm
of
about
course you pick up Brown Sugar. What the fuck?
Yes, bro.
Oh my god, that's not a question.
Godspeed You, Black Emperor.
Yo, that's an amazing poll.
What was the album called? No title as of
October 7th.
No, I don't think so. I think it was like February or something.
Oh yeah, but something related to the genocide.
Yeah. I got
shout out. Yo, I'm not gonna go to tangent about Godspeed, but shout out to them. They're a real inspiration.
Yo, huge inspiration to me as well.
Just in terms of political, being politically at the core when you make your music.
I spoke about this with my girlfriend recently. I like when my artists are political.
OD.
I don't know what it is. I like it when my artists can stand for something. That's why I have such a big love for Mike, right?
Yeah.
Where Mike is like, his music is mad political, and same with Billy Woods, right?
Type shit.
I love both of them because their music is mad political. It can get really political, right? And I like that. I'd rather that than an artist that just hasn't spoken up about it. right? Just an artist that doesn't talk about shit. Like we don't know what you like or what you don't like. Like we don't know anything about you.
Yeah, like people, and I think it comes to like if you're rapping from such an introspective way, which is I think our preference or something that we have a preference for, then you should, if you, that should be on your heart if you're a good person.
Yeah.
I try to think about that. Like I never try to make an explicitly political song. I'm not Immortal Technique, but
it's just the fact that
yeah,
people know what you're standing for. That's what's important.
Yeah, like sometimes it comes on my mind, or even when I speak about like even economic topics or topics around like I think gender and like shit like that. I think that's really what I feel like I got to speak about in terms of when I'm talking about my personal life. Like, oh shit, let's get into these ideas and then make sure I'm being authentic. And I think I get my shit off.
You do. I feel like there's, especially throughout this whole album, Metal Snake, there is certain themes that you do follow. There's a certain theme of introspection that obviously we all get to see, right? We all get to know who you are and what you stand for and what you feel. It's important to understand what your artist is feeling. Right? And speaking about it, we did talk about this a little bit before the interview, right?
Yeah.
But I did want to get into movies because, you know, when I was looking through your YouTube, you did have a playlist like where you just have the movies, right? You just have a bunch of movies, right? Where you had movies like Ghost in the Shell, Mobile Suit Gundam 3, and Encounters in Space, which was a really funny one because me and my friend always talk about Gundams.
I fucking love that's a weird fascination for me. I've always fucked with like mechs and Gundam and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, because it's to this day. Like cuz that's why I have that's why I have a Gundam 3 saved, cuz that's the one of the 3 Gundam origin movies or like the first movies I haven't finished.
I think I've only seen that one. I think that's the only one I've seen fully.
I mean, it's a long. Those movies are like long and a lot of shit.
Super.
Yeah.
And most importantly, Daughter of the Dust. Right.
Oh, you know what you're talking about. You know what's funny? Those playlists are not supposed to be public. Like I actually did not know until right now that you could see that. Like that's literally my personal list. Like oh shit. I have mad
trying to put people on.
No, all my playlists on YouTube, if they're public, are extremely personal, like lists of shit for me to watch later, or like I get on organization binges and try to find all the content possible.
Yo, you have all of them public, right? You
Bro.
have the interviews. You have I forgot which one.
I have a whole I have literally artists like music video, like videography by artist in playlists. Because I was trying to study
that was public. I don't think that was
okay. Because I was trying to on some film shit. I was trying to study like the ideas.
Yeah.
But go on with your question about film because we're about to get into it.
Yeah, you know, and Daughter of the Dust, which you stated was a huge inspiration for you.
Oh, deep.
A huge inspiration for Metal Snake. And I just wanted to ask, how did these movie, or specifically A Daughter of the Dust, really, really, really inspire you? What parts of it, what in your music, how can we hear it? How can we hear the inspiration?
That's an excellent question because I don't fully know, but I'll get into it because it's the inspiration is a lot more, I think, spiritual and sort of like meta than like literal. But
I spoke about this with Shamar. Yeah.
But to start out with the connection between me and film, so one of the first things I ever knew I was into was movies, and I don't really know why, but my theory, is I think that I was just inundated with like visual media when I grew up because like my parents just had a lot of DVDs and the TV was always on, and my parents like to take us to movie theater, so I was just always like in front of the fucking TV and films and shit.
That's crazy because when I was a little kid, I used to have a bunch of VHS. Right?
Same. My grandma had bare VHS tapes, bro. Oh my god.
Same with my dad, bro. My dad we used to go to this corner, like it was a corner lawn sale, right? They would do like every weekend or something. right? And they just have mad VHS, and they had the Rugrats one. They had the Rugrats in Paris, where like with the orange box, bro.
I had the same one.
Yeah. But yeah, keep going.
But so I early on I was like, oh, I want to make movies because I was in my head. I was already coming up with story ideas that were visual, because that's just how my brain works. If I absorb an art form, I parrot it. So all my creativity was imagining a movie or like a TV show or a cartoon in my head, and it was crazy because I don't know. I think I had hyperactivity issues and shit. So to me, I would kind of act out the story. Like when kids were playing, I would like, instead of playing the games, my head was just full up with story ideas. So I would be acting out the story and doing the choreography, what the characters was doing and shit. That's literally just my first instinct, and I had to learn to stop doing that shit and be like, okay, let me just write it down because this shit be looking crazy. It looked like I'm insane.
It's
and so
interesting you say that too, because I think most kids do that. Like, especially when we're playing with our toys or something.
Yeah.
Right? Let's say you have like your little action figures and whatever. You'll see a lot of kids just make their own movies on the spot. Right? Iron Man versus Godzilla or some shit like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was way too into that. And it kind of stuck with me, but then I learned over time that, oh, you can just write the story down, or you can make a comic version of it if you want to see the visuals.
Yeah.
And so, but then I was like, oh shit, but when I want to make a movie though, like at some point, like I want to make these things because that's just the first instinct. And so I told myself, yo, I want to be a filmmaker when I grow up. And that was my big thing, even through middle school. Like I was watching mad movies. Like I would go on the cable, and in any movie, I would just search through the TV guide for any fucking movie that seemed important.
Me too.
Literally.
Actually, no. For me, it was finding music videos.
That type shit.
Yeah,
Type shit.
When I would be in my grandma's house, and I just watched music videos with my cousins and my sister.
Yeah, because that's when when I was really little, that's when my mom was on, like, hella VH1 and shit like that. So, and then I would, as a kid, I would, instead of watching, like, the whole anime show on a computer, I would just watch the anime openings over and over again. And I didn't understand until recently that was some of my first experience liking music. Because I thought I would just watch it because it was just cool. Something about the visual, something about what the characters was doing and shit was cool to me. Like the animation is faster. But I would just watch it over and over. And I'm like, nigga, because you trying to listen to the song. So, of course, if you try to listen to, you fuck with a song, you go watch the video 10 times.
Yo, that's how I felt about the One Punch Man opening. Yo,
Word, I haven't heard that one.
Yo. Bro, when I was a little kid, bro, that was like what I would watch just the opening. Like, for such a long time.
Because that's just a really instinctual way to discover music, and there's a diversity of music in the anime opening. So you're listening to funk and hip hop and jazz and all types of shit like that, and pop shit, all types of tempos, and you're not thinking about it from a genre perspective. You're having a pure sonic experience, and you're only getting a snippet of it. So you're gonna want to seek out the full version and shit like that.
It's stimulation. It's like that. Stimulation. Like you're seeing the visuals align with the music itself. That's why I love the One Punch Man, because it was literally just One Punch Man. That's it. It was literally just One Punch Man. Like, and
but to bring it all back, it's like, so I knew it was something involving like making these stories in the film world. Yeah. And so in middle school, I was just trying to research all movies possible to understand just how the genre worked. But then when I got into high school, I got more into music. Well, I was getting into music, but at that point in high school, I said, whoa, I want to like make like music. I want to rap. I want to play instruments. And I was heavy into poetry. That was really my thing. I was like, yo, I'm a poet, dead ass. And so I started writing. I started reciting the shit like that. And I was even thinking about that in terms of, oh, what if that was my career? I could be a poetry professor and do these spoken word shit like that. I could put out books and albums and stuff like that. And so, but at the end of the day, I returned to hip hop as like what I really wanted to do. But when I was in college, I was searching for like a field to study. And I took a class about music and masculinity in Martin Scorsese films. And so I fuck with Martin Scorsese from when I was studying all the film shit in middle school. So I was like, yeah, this sounds like a good class, especially the music aspect. I'm like, I didn't even think about music and masculinity as related. So I took this class, and yo, shout out the professor. He really broke the shit down, and he got me interpreting the music in all types of interesting ways to align with the visuals. I got real surgical with it. I was like, yo, the drums in this scene represent violence. Because you see the next scene, like, the drums come in the moment that he stabbed a man, and he stabbed a man at the rhythm of the drum, like, shit like that. Like, and I don't even know if it was real or not, but I was getting into that headspace, and that was good for me creatively and, like, mentally. And so from there, I was like, fuck it. If I want to get this degree, then I should study film. They got a film studies program where you could do a little production class too. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, let me study that, get this degree, because if I end up hating it, fuck it. At least it's not like music. And if I end up loving it, then maybe I'll just have a degree in it. Mm-hmm. And so I ended up studying film from there. And so it's funny because as I started learning more about the film industry and how the shit works, I realized that the mainstream film industry, Hollywood, really does not interest me that much. In terms of what
true. True. Yeah. Even for me, when I was making my last album, right, some of my inspirations actually did come from movies. Like one of the movies I watched the most during this time, my friends always made fun of me because it was like some niche ass movie, right, that had like 500 views on YouTube. It was called Dreams by a director called Akira Kurosawa.
I know who you're talking about.
That's crazy. I watched that movie a lot because I don't know what it was. It was super slow paced. I can't lie. Such a slow paced movie. It was like 3 hours long, but there was so much happening visually, right? And even with the music itself, that I was like, damn, I want my album to sound like this.
No, that's how you have to process like information. It's like when I go to art gallery, I can look at the painting and I can hear like a drum pattern or like some bass shit that would go along with how the painting makes me feel, or how I feel like everything comes together. And I feel like that's super natural. That's why people end up working between different mediums, because your brain makes the connections like that.
Like that's why, like when I was making my last album, the main thing, especially since that was one of the biggest inspirations, was how do I make this album as stimulating as the colors of that movie.
Yes, translation. That translation is incredibly good, I think, for your brain. I don't know on a scientific level, but I think doing that work of interpretation, just like we interpret information on a verbal level, like that's really beautiful to be like, okay, like I look at this blue might feel sad. Okay, sad. A chord might feel sad. Your art, that's 3 levels of abstract interpretation. But that's like exactly what art is.
It's like, you know how like when people listen to certain albums and then they know exactly what to draw. What is that called? Synesthesia? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's the same thing. It's just translating art into music. It's super important for any artist to have that. I think that's what really makes a project get even better, where you can actually visualize it. Like you can visualize this in colors, right?
No,
like
and I'll go on.
Like if you're listening to an album, you're like, okay, this is orange, right? Or this is purple, right? What else on top of the purple, right? Like when I listen to your album, that's why I loved your cover art. Cover art was amazing. I'm gonna get into it a little bit later, right? Mm-hmm. But the reason I loved your cover art is that it really helped me understand what this album was about.
It's a map. It's literally a It's literally like it's a traditional cover in a sense of, as a book or a film poster would want to show you different snapshots of what you might see along the journey. Mm-hmm. Like literally think about it like a film poster. You're going to see a main character in a frame and then the other character in the back and then maybe the battle in the other corner. So that's what I'm showing you in a collage form. And we'll get into it later, but everything you see, it's not some crazy, like, supposed to be confusing. It's just representations of the motifs very explicitly on top of each other.
And it represents it perfectly, right? It just matches the music, especially just off of the intro alone, right?
Mm-hmm. That part, Yo, that was such a. We're gonna bring every shred back together, but that intro I added like near the end of the song making process.
Yeah.
It was like I just knew the song, and so I would just sing it, and I was like, yo, I gotta have that on my album. Like, it's kind of a shameless sample, but
Yeah.
it's just when you see Mommy Wata, because I didn't know that was a Mommy Wata song till later.
Yeah.
It's just it's a universal fucking melody. It's da 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 da. But and then that's a clip from a documentary about Mommy Wata, and so I didn't know they would mention the python or the whole dynamic between the white man and the people on the river. But I thought that was a perfect clip.
It matched it so perfectly. It
Yeah.
really, literally opened up the door to what this album was gonna be about and what was gonna be so good about it. Yo,
It's no, because I think about music very cinematically, and that's to wrap in your question about how I translated the film. Is that I got into a certain shred of like, I call it Black and African independent films, because whether it be films that come from like African, like Americans, or people in Africa, because it's a little bit different process for both. But a lot of these films that came out outside of the regular film industry, I encountered them through some really deep like film study, kind of outside even my curriculum, like getting really deep into the Googles, and even into academic study. 'Cause I did a lot of independent projects specifically on like Black women's film, independent and things like that. Yeah. But I encountered a certain list of movies, and it's a lot of movies that I reference in a TikTok. Like I say, I have a list of recommended viewing. But a lot of these films, they had a certain like texture and vibe to them that spoke to me on an extremely spiritual level, in terms of like affirming me affirming me in some like pro-Black ideas and like anti-capitalist ideas, revolutionary ideas, in a way that I hadn't experienced from a film in such a subtle way, in a way that wasn't a political documentary, but was rather just like
just the
truly,
film itself.
Yeah, speaking to my soul in a way that made me feel like, and have some really, really deep thoughts about like our experience, just my experience in reality and in this country. And so, not even in this country, in this world. And so, especially having a lot of time to reflect and learn and study in college, a lot of these films really spoke to me deeply. And I think another aspect is that, and I haven't spoke about this before, is that I find there's an interesting connection between like film and like love in my life, in terms of a lot of people that I've met romantically or things like that. I either met them through a film-related experience, or that's something we end up bonding over, is like watching movies together, or maybe being in these film classes together. And that was definitely the case. A lot of in the origin of when I made Metal Snake coincided with the beginning of relationships of sorts that was based around us both being like the Black film students. And so we just that's the person I saw Daughters of the Dust with for the first time. And so that just my experience watching these movies also coincided with a lot of the time when I felt like this water spirit, Mommy Wata, was either speaking to me, or just what she represented was becoming more present in my life, and my mind was expanding in terms of my thought about like, like I guess feelings, emotionality, like gender, like thinking about the relationship between masculinity and femininity, and again, just understanding the lore of this is a water spirit who was probably trying to like protect us as we had this treacherous experience in the Middle Passage, and like what does it mean for like a woman's spirit to be that, and like how has this spirit been represented and reflected and thought about and worshipped throughout history in many different types of Black people, even down to, I can talk to my friends about these type of spirits and they understand what I'm talking about because it's even ubiquitous among, certain communities. It's just something we all know about, whether it's consciously or unconsciously. People not know any about Mommy Wata, but then be like, I need to go by the water and reflect. To me, that's the same thing. I had a lot of experiences by the water reflecting. But Daughters of the Dust, to bring it back, is a movie that definitely takes place along the beach. Is at St. Helena Island. And so this is an island where the Gullah Geechee people live. And the Gullah Geechee people, they are an ethnic group. They came from like West Africa, obviously, through slavery, but they were able to keep a lot of their practices, and even their language is very influenced by like Africa.
Yeah.
So I was able to go like talk with these people, like stay with them a lot of during this summer of 2023 through a class I took where we was traveling to South Carolina, and that's around the time when I made Water Dancer and like decided to make a Metal Snake, when all these ideas became like concrete in my mind. And so I think when I made this music, I was trying to translate a lot of the feelings I got from these movies and from these experiences and from watching Daughters of the Dust on St. Helena Island, and then walking on the same beach that I depicted in the album cover where those women are standing, and thinking about all the deep themes in that movie. I don't even want to really fully get into the themes because I think it's something that people should just watch the movie and experience it for themselves, because my interpretation of that movie through my 2 watches is very hard to describe for me. But I think it just reaffirmed my thought about, embracing community, emotionality, sensitivity, history, the expansiveness of time and life and things like that. And that's what I try to like wrap into my album. I try to balance the talk about my personal life and reflection and, me trying to deal with my issues with myself, with also thinking about the greater beautiful tapestries of reality and spirituality going on in the world, and just like try to celebrate in a way, even Black history through my use of the samples and things like that. So it sounds really galaxy brain because that's just how my mind is.
I mean, it just feels. It feels as if, let's just say, not even like connecting back to the roots, right? Mm-hmm. But more appreciating where you come from, or not where you come from specifically, but appreciating what was before and what you can do now, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're able to see, like as you were saying, right, the whole idea of literally going to like, I don't know, a canal or some shit or a lake, and just going there and reflecting. That's probably something you did as a little kid too.
Yeah.
Right. But without even knowing. Right. Mm-hmm. Like it's important to be able to really connect back to nature in general.
OD.
Like it's in the process of me writing this album, I've been doing the same thing. I literally just go on bike rides. Yeah. I've been going on bike rides, just going to wherever the fuck there is, just green. Miami is super gray, right? It's just straight road and buildings for the most part. But sometimes you'll find a spot where it's like, okay, I can lay down here and think, right? Mm-hmm. And it's super important. It's super important. And when listening to your album, right, when going through the whole thing, I can understand that. I can understand what you just said right now, because it's like, okay, I can tell a song like Water Dancer, right, came from, as you said, right, the idea of a relationship, right? The idea of a relationship, the idea of just women in general, right? Not women in general, but like the woman you were with at the time, right? Because it's like, what was the hook? Fuck, I can't remember it. It's not even the hook, the bridge, right? Are the lyrics up for Water Dancer?
They will be coming very soon. Yeah. I made it's funny, yesterday, which will not be relevant by the time this comes out, but I made like designed lyric sheets for every song on the album.
Ooh, that's fire.
And, fire. Incorporating like the same aesthetic, like the same. I have a whole design like world and like shit I do for the design to the album. So when the CDs come out, you'll see it's all like the same typeface, similar motifs, just like throwing different images together. But
is like the idea kind of like I don't know if you've seen it, but the Showbiz visual from Mike.
I haven't seen that.
Basically what he did collages of pictures of just his family or things he has seen, period, like movies, memes, all types of things like that. Oh, and he just have the lyrics. He just have the lyrics on there, just the lyrics while the song progresses.
Oh, I know what you mean. It's not quite like that. It's more like it's supposed to be a book, but I'm probably not gonna print it. I'll probably just post it, but
Yeah.
just for like financial constraints. But
Yeah.
it's like literally like the lyrics typed out, and then it'll be a different type. It's like every song has a different like type of design to it, so I can't describe it.
Like different
But-
fonts, different background.
No, it's funny. It's the same font. Everything for this album is going to be all text for this album is the same exact font.
Yeah.
Whether it's a poster, the lyrics, everything is the same exact font. But it'll be different layouts. So some might be a double space spread with one color. Some might be like an elaborate, like kind of more collage element.
Yeah.
And so like it'll only make sense when I put it out. But Water Dancer lyrics will come out soon. But and you'll see how I kind of like do it up. But yeah, like so to explain the verse. Well, I'm not gonna explain the meaning of the verse, but just to say what I say on the verse, it's like I'm saying she made vessel out my body and her melody inside me. I'm trying to catch every note. The tears choked out my throat, drenched me, river mommy, and I'm like muddy water, none purified. Mommy water pull me aside, sing for me your healing etude, serpentine I'll be next to you, and just like repeating that.
Man. Oh, man. I actually wanted to get into your writing a little bit, but in a little
Right.
bit. First, I wanted to ask, what are your favorite movies?
Well, I think Daughters of the Dusk is Dust. I say Dusk all the time.
Yeah.
It's up there, like favorite, just because of how much it means to me.
Yeah.
But other movies, I really like movie Ganja and Hess, by Bill Gunn. That was like supposed to be / is an inspiration, but I was really trying to heavily channel the movie for one particular song I was trying to make, and I didn't ultimately finish the song.
Yeah.
But there is a Ganja and Hess sample, and there's references to it on the album artwork to come further. So that is a definite part of it, and just there's a vampiric theme that I'm only saying is there because I noticed it at the end, like recently, that there is a certain thread that was running through my mind of like reflecting on like vampirism and the various metaphors that it could be, especially relating to black people. But I'm saying that. Go on.
My bad. Do you tend to look like? Do you tend to be inspired by the same directors?
Yes, in terms of I see things in like filmographies. So a lot of like Arthur Jafa is probably the most influential filmmaker on this in terms of like I guess artist, because I'm cribbing from a lot of his shit in my collage approach is inspired a lot by him, but then also a lot of his ideas about like black visual language, and then his cinematography of Daughters of the Dust, and then of the movie Crooklyn, which is one of my I'm not gonna say one of my favorite movies, but I love the way the movie is shot, one of my favorite shot movies. And then his work, Love is the Message is Death, is a huge inspiration to me in every way I approach art. I think that film has been an inspiration, even that just title. And so I'd say those are some of my favorite like film works. But then Julie Dash's whole like filmography, the director of Daughters of the Dust, like it's the whole. I recommend people look into what is called the L.A. Rebellion, which is like a whole generation of like black filmmakers who are coming up in L.A.
I think I had a whole research paper on this.
That's fire.
Like in 11th grade.
That's fire.
Yeah. Because I remember I didn't compare it, but I was talking about it in context of the Harlem Revolution, right? And I was just saying, like, this isn't something that's only happened in Harlem. Like, creatives all around the world will talk about their art no matter what, even if someone's trying to shut them up.
Exactly. I mean, that's what we doing right now in this rap shit. So
Exactly.
niggas gonna come up with a name for all this rap shit in New York and across the world at some point, and fuck the name.
Man. Man.
I'm not part of no movement. I'm gonna make it clear right now for posterity. I'm not a part of any named movement of any rap shit. I'm not a part at this point of any rap collective. So until I say otherwise, I'm not signed to any label. So until I say otherwise, do not. The only thing you should describe me as is based on my location and named associates. Like, say that I'm a rapper who roll with my mans, like, shout out No Label, shout out shout out PTP, shout out those are my peoples, like my friends. Yeah. Shout out my man Samaya, shout out Nexus, like shout out them niggas. Shout out all the rappers who have shown me love throughout the years. Whether we not have a close relationship, but just have shown me love in general. Definitely anyone I've spoken to. But yeah, like I feel like there's such a weird way that people try to describe black movements. And I just want to make it known that, like, there's no name to put on this current musical wave. It's just organic creativity.
It's just you. It's just you. And in a way, just being by yourself is as powerful as being in a collective. Right? And this is coming from someone that isn't a collective. I have my own group. Like, we all have our own music together and all that. But there's always something, like, let's just say, you know, let's just say someone like Mos Def. We were just talking about him, right? Someone like Mos Def, right? He doesn't. It's not that he needs Black Star. People don't know Mos Def because of just Black Star, right? People know him from things like Black on Both Sides. But then we go even further than that. Now people know him because that one freestyle he did, right? In the park, right? Mos Def is one of those people where he was able to be so organically him, that he doesn't need anyone else to say, yeah, he's with this guy, or yeah, he's with this person, right? Blah, 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 right? He is so organically himself. And we were just talking about him too. We were talking about him before this interview, right? Specifically when I was talking about Black Star and how I found the vinyl in the record store, right? Mos Def is so organically himself that he doesn't need these people. He can just be himself. Same thing with a lot of other people in general, like Andre 3000 as well. It's not like he needs Outkast. But in a way where it's like, it's not as if everything he does has to be tied back to Outkast.
Yeah. Right? And that's what my thing is, like, and that's like a big part of why I tried to make a self-produced album and like do this all myself. Is not to say that I'm not a part of a collective, because I'm a part of every, I would say, in a way, I come from every collective that people know about. Like, I have relationships with, I'm not bragging, I'm just saying, like, I've had relationships with so many different artists, known and not known, and at my level too, a lot of horizontal networking, to where so many people have inspired me. I try to tell them all the time, like, and there's so many communities I've been allowed to be a part of through music that has really just taken over my whole life. And I think it's beautiful, but I tried to make this music my own world, in a sense, just to like know what it would like, to know what it would be like for me. Like, I just like that on a musical and an artistic level. But I really want like this project to have people know who I am as an individual, so that I can never be understood through the narrative they try to paint on like anything else. Because I feel like a lot of narratives are, you know, they don't have a sense of intimacy or care for the individual subject. So I try to make it known what I'm about. And so when I fit into the fold of other people's work, I can add my own flavor to it and enhance it like a seasoning or some shit. Like some fucking MSG. I don't know. Like it's its own flavor, but when you add it to it, it's got its kick. And then be also like I'm getting more into collaboration, but I'm not a big like feature chaser and shit like that, because I don't wanna like go into somebody's soup and just drop my flavor in if it's not right. 'Cause that's because I might fuck up their shit, and their shit could be good. Yeah. So, but if I listen to a song and I'm like, okay, let me get on it, I'm just trying to like, I used to like try to watch niggas on songs, honestly, just to like get some ego shit off. But now I'm more so on like
okay,
yeah, let's make some music
add on to the song.
Yeah, let me not just take over their track and make niggas think, oh, he had the better verse, whether they thought that or not. Like, it doesn't matter, because I don't care. I'm not too competitive. Like, I just want to live my life and shit and make good music.
I guess to add on to that, you know, to the whole idea of you networking with all of these people, how did going state for state throughout this album process affect that?
Oh, it was a big part of like musical life for me, because to put context behind it, you know, I was not living no crazy lifestyle. I was not on the run. I was not on tour. I was going to fucking school. So the story is, I went to school in St. Louis, Missouri. So I'm not from Missouri, in case anyone had that idea. Not at all. I was there for 4 years, 2019 to 2023. That city was very good to me. I met a lot of great artists out there. Shout out Chris Celestial, Treehouse Mickey, they from out there. Shout out the all my brothers out in LA, fucking Grazy and shit like that.
Yep. Everybody take a shot. Everybody take a shot for that.
Yo, those are my real niggas. Like, those are my friends type shit. But I met them in St. Louis, like, out there. So to put it in context, but then what really happened is that St. Louis is the beginning of my rap experience, because I was freestyling in New York. Like, I'm from Jersey, to make that clear. But when I was in New York at the end of high school, I was freestyling with niggas and shit like that. But then when I got to St. Louis, I met my brother Rob Apollo. Shout out Rob Apollo. He's an acclaimed artist. Like, he's popping now he goes on tours and shit like that.
And St. Louis scene is way different from the New York scene, isn't it?
Oh, super different. They don't. It's just like, it's just DIY, like just niggas doing what they could do. It's not a big scene. It's not a ton of artists, but because it's like that, everyone got their own style. It's not like, oh, it's a St. Louis sound. It's just niggas got their own. Every artist got their own style. And you go to a show in St. Louis, it's not on some professional shit like New York. They got all type of niggas in there. I perform with I perform with some wild artists on St. Louis bills, nigga. I perform with some crazy shit. I'm trying to think of this one nigga I perform with. It is one nigga who I perform with who's from St. Louis who popped off on some joke shit. And it was hilarious, because when I hear them perform, I said, I know this nigga's gonna pop off. I'm gonna find this nigga's name. Oh my God. But St. Louis, so I met Rob Apollo out in St. Louis. And so he taught me, not, I guess, how to rap, but he taught me how to be an artist, like how to record. He took me under his wing, and he was my mentor. Yeah. And to this day, like, that's my really close friend. But he was a professional about it. He real smart nigga. So the way he do his music is not like other niggas. Like, he knows how to design. He know how to mix, engineer, all that shit like that. He's real intelligent, talented, all that shit, and real creative, because the music he make is wild, bro. It's not like mine. Nigga make crazy music. But
no, the St. Louis scene makes some crazy music, bro. Yeah. Like, they, just off of Smino by himself. Yo,
it's funny. It's funny because
I know it's not like Smino doesn't make up the whole St. Louis scene.
Word, and I seen Smino perform in St. Louis. I love Smino as an artist. He didn't really have no connection to my experience in St. Louis, to make that clear. And I don't feel like he has a super giant influence. I don't know, but Louis, to make it clear,
the idea of like, yo, they really go crazy. Like, damn, like,
yo. But to make it clear, Rob Apollo, he's from Detroit, and so that's another scene I'm like have a close connection to, is the Detroit scene. Because in terms of actual like music I got from niggas, that was the first producers I ever worked with. So if you look at my first projects, it's Detroit producers. Shout out my man Zay, my man Nova Blue. They they gave me my first beats, and that's when I started making music. Was making music with Detroit in St. Louis with my mans from Detroit, Rob, who was going to college with me.
And it's crazy because Detroit is one of those places that people don't really talk about when it comes to rap. When it just comes to rap music,
Bro, they the best rappers. They the best rappers and musicians ever. Like it's not
some
deniable.
Really good artists from Detroit. Like
It's all they got is good artists. No, trust me. Like being there, all they got in Detroit is good artists. It's like an epidemic.
Yo, yeah. I mean, yo, they have one of the only Griselda members that I like, which is
Bro,
Boldy
Boldy
James.
is one of the best rappers ever, bro. Like
Yo, ever,
what the
bro.
fuck? Like no,
One of the only Griselda members I like, and it's like, because when I listen to his music, bro, like, oh my god, there's a song that I've been recently listening to a lot called Power Nap by him, and that's it. I keep listening to his music, and I just realize, yo, he's just better. He's dead ass just better. Better.
He's a master rapper. He's one of them. Like and that's the thing about like Detroit, and that's kind of that's a part of like the journey is that. So I was in St. Louis, working on music in St. Louis while I was going to college, and then from St. Louis I took that trip out to South Carolina and then also Georgia for that trip. I mean for the class. And so yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So I'm having experiences in different states and shit, because of very particular life circumstances that have nothing to do with music, ironically. But then from there, I obviously was going back and forth to New Jersey, and then obviously being in New York from there. But then I graduated college, and then obviously moved back to New Jersey, and so that was a whole experience. And then I was still making an album through that, and then I moved to Brooklyn. And so that's a lot of states covered through that period of time, just me being in them. Yeah. And even, I even took a trip to Jamaica, I think right before the album process. I've been to Costa Rica a little before. So it's little spiritual things I pick up from the international travels too and shit like that. Yeah. So I'm really very, very blessed. Even I've been to, I'm not like, again, bragging. I'm just talking about, for context, a lot of my spirituality comes from international experiences.
Yeah, no, I know where you're coming from. My
last I know you know that.
Specifically super inspired just from me going back to Honduras.
That'll do it. That's why artists go out of. That's why artists make music when they go out of state, when they go out of the country.
Like I went back home. Like I literally went back home and I was like,
yo. That's
I got
beautiful.
It now. I got it back now. Like I'm back now. Like I can make some music.
Bro, you think I'll be writing water dancing and shit? I hadn't been to fucking Jamaica and Costa Rica. You really about the water, nigga. Yeah, I done been to like 10 years ago at this point, or like 9 years ago. I actually got a beautiful opportunity to go to South Africa.
Yeah.
And really not unlike some tourist shit. I was really with the people, like the black people in the townships in South Africa. And so that's an experience I will forever be influenced by, because I was really, I think, spoiled to be able to have such a deep experience with going back to your roots. Yeah. Not even saying that, my people is from South Africa, but like the experience of being with your people in places that are not, like America in terms of, living quality, but it never fazed me, because I felt such like a deep sense of community and understanding the value of music, and the way that just like life go down on the African continent is obviously different. But as a black person, you feel like, yo, this rhythm is like that's what it's supposed to be.
And
like
that's the hardest thing about America. America doesn't have a sense of community no more.
Nah.
I was literally talking about this, even though it's corny to say, but community has changed ever since 2018, 2019.
I think so too.
I realize my family doesn't dance as much as they used to, right? Maybe it's just age, but these people aren't old, right? These people are like in their 30s, and no one's dancing. But back then, all I can remember doing is dancing. Right? Dancing is such a important thing to do as a community, right? Or just music in general. There's a lot of things, right, that we just don't do anymore.
Yeah.
But when I went back to Honduras, it was only dancing. It was only dancing music as loud as it can be, right? Even though it's not much different from here to Miami, but it's like it's a different.
No, it's very different.
Right. Same with, just being able to go outside and just talking to like a random person in the corner store and be like, what? Like, this is not like America. This isn't like America, right? Or even just seeing people play basketball.
Yeah.
Right? Like when I went over there, they were playing basketball, they were playing soccer. It was kids playing soccer. We don't see that anymore in America, right? No kids are going outside. No kids.
It's different. Yo, I was playing soccer with the kids in South Africa, like just in the rural township, like just regular shit.
It was the same. I was coaching kids in Honduras. Like
it's like that. No, and it's so regular. Like it's not a crazy experience at all.
Yeah,
white people be taking those pictures with the kids like it's some crazy shit.
Yeah, but it's not even that crazy. It's like this is normal. Like this is
These are my people. These are my people, literally.
Yeah, and just bro, I literally had this one line that was stuck in my head throughout that whole trip, right? Because I was going from Costa Rica to Nicaragua to Honduras. 'Cause we were visiting family, right? So we went over there, right? When we arrived to Costa Rica, the first thing I thought of, especially when it was nighttime, was the stars are different here. Right, just looking up at the sky and being like, "Yo, these skies are way brighter. There's more stars. I can see things in the sky that I probably would have never seen going, I don't know, to Orlando, right?"
Exactly.
And it was important to see that. It was super important to see that. And it made my entire album.
And that's the thing about music. The more I make music, the more I realize, like, this shit is not as earthly as it might seem. Like, a lot of what you do in the music is channeling some real deep experiences that you might not be able to describe super closely without the beat or without the spirit catching you. Yeah. But it's like Stevie Wonder say, you got to leave room for God to come in. Whatever that might mean to you. Because that's how I wrote this album. Like, I listened to the album. I'm not gonna hold you. I kind of dick around myself a little bit. I'm like, yo, I kind of shitted, bro. Like, it
does not matter, bro. I like it when artists dick around themselves, bro.
Yo, I wrote this album.
If you're good, bro, like, if you're good, yeah.
Bro, I wrote this album really well. Like, I kind of got shit off. Like, I wrote some real intricate raps, some real good imagery. I'm just saying that from the perspective of somebody who really studies shit. Excuse me. Like, somebody who... I know what it's like to be sitting down and trying to break down like what this poet said. Not even because you want to, but because you got to do it for some class or some shit, which is everyday experience for regular people. But it's like having done that and then having to write a rap. It's like, okay, if I say it's good, it's probably because I really did think of some shit. I'm not saying if like I judge rap based on like this super academic scale, because I don't give a fuck. Like I like anything, but for my personal scale, I know that I have to write at a certain level for me to feel satisfied as an artist.
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, because and it's very like it's like based on my musical formula. I think everything is a musical formula. I'm like, okay, mine is a certain level of like, you have to rap at a certain level and then also do your musicality right, like patch your melody when they need to, like be forward thinking with the beats. Like I figured it out making this album. And so I'm like, okay, let me not ever try to slack on the lyricism unless I feel like I'm being more authentic to myself or being more poetic. So I think in terms of the poeticness, I really wrote this shit like well. But I'm saying all this to say it's not going towards my ego. What I think I did was I was a vessel. So a lot of the raps I say, I'm like, I said that because I thought about a certain concept a little bit too much. Maybe. Or that I let something really sit on my heart, and when it came time to write, I talked about that instead of talking about some other shit. And so I think that's the spirit coming through me, more so than just me being a genius and shit like that. And I think that's a theme I've been hitting on in the interviews. I guess the one I did before is that when it comes to me being an artist who's putting my shit out, I'm really big on like not crediting the ego, but crediting the openness and then ultimately the spirit for like giving me the words to say. Because hopefully the words I say are good. Like the words I say are not putting forward some egotistical shit that like, you know, Tyler might think about, but rather something better, even if it's not like clean, like something positive.
It's just, I remember I was watching this Lucky interview, right, where he was talking about Earl, right? I remember I heard this interview when I was like 14, maybe 13, right? And it completely changed how I wrote, because I've been rapping since I was 9.
Yo,
Pretty sure. Yeah, since
I've not been rapping since I was 9, bro.
Yo, I've been rapping since I was 9. Since the day before Thanksgiving, I was sleeping over my cousin's house, and I was like, "Yo, what if we just make music? Let's make music right now." Right?
Great idea.
Since I don't even know why, but it stuck with me heavy, right? But back then, I never quite got a good grasp of what it really meant to write music, right? Like, I knew how to write it, but I never knew how to write about my emotions, right? Like, I was writing about it, but I didn't know how to write about it, right? Until I heard that Lucky interview where he was like, Earl told me to write raps like a report card. Like, what have you done in your life, right? And it's completely stripped me away from my ego, where it's like, okay, now I'm not talking about, you know, not only a personal experience, but an experience that so many people can feel.
Yeah.
Right? It's now I'm not an ego, I'm just a beacon.
Exactly. No, that's a perfect way to say it. Now you're not an ego, you're just a beacon. Because, I mean, fuck ego. We need ego to say, like, I am a person. But, like, egotism. Like, being a fucking dickhead. Because niggas just want to be up on the top. I don't like that American shit. Like, niggas just want to be on top of each other. Pause. Like, it's just weird.
My bad. My mom texted me. But,
no, you good.
I remember, that's what my main thing is right now. Like, at least while I'm writing this album I'm making right now, right? It's just, okay, how do I become a voice?
Yeah.
Like, how do I become a voice for people, right? How do I not become me, but become my family? Because that's the whole point of this album.
Yo, that's a beautiful way of saying that.
How do I show off my family, my grandma, my mom, my sisters, right? Because that's basically the whole point of this album. This whole album is basically just the woman in my life.
That's beautiful.
Where it's just my grandma, my mom, my girlfriend right now, my sisters, my cousins, right? Because these are people that have really affected me in my life, right? These are the people that have taken care of me. I'm mentioning a neighbor that used to take care of me, right? Her nickname is La Vecina, right? She took care of me, and she took care of my sister while taking care of both of her kids. She was taking care of 4 people in the same time, right? Cooking for all of us. How do I show her off, right? How do I show these people off in a way that it's like, I'm not talking about myself anymore, I'm talking about them. Like, this is what's important right now, right?
That's beautiful.
And it's something that I learned just off of treating it like a report card. Treating this as if I don't have an ego no more. Like, this isn't about me, this is about someone else. And it's completely saved me from my writing process. Like, it's helped me so much. Now there's no such thing as writer's block. Because how am I going to get writer's block when I'm talking about myself? I'm not talking about myself, but I'm talking about other people. Right?
Nah, you cracked the code for yourself. And I'm really happy because, like, yo, I wish I can come to a conclusion that pure. Like, that's beautiful. As I keep on saying, I'm sorry to the audience, but no, I'm really like taken by that.
What is your writing process like?
It's funny.
Like it's crazy because my brain is beautifully wired,
Mm-hmm.
right? I think it was like on the second verse, right?
It's 2 verses to that. I wouldn't know. Shit,
I separated it into like 2 verses, right? 'Cause
bro.
you
I
had,
don't.
like,
I
this
don't be
really
thinking about
tiny-
this shit at all.
You had like this really tiny pause, and then I was like, okay, this is where it cuts real quick,
yeah.
right? And then I think you started off with like, when I feel less in my
I'm
mouth
on
wet.
for ends. I could die thirsty.
Yeah, I loved that. I remember when I heard it for the first time, and I jumped. Like I jumped. I was like, "Yo!" Like that was something that like you thought of in the shower, and then you're like, "Okay, you know what? I'm gonna write more to it. I'm gonna write
Yeah.
more to it."
Yo, that's funny because, so my writing process is like, it's really weird, but it's not weird at all. It's actually super normal. So, I like write in like little spurts, as in, I'll like write a song and like not write a song for like 2 weeks, because to me, my brain is super repetitive. So
Beautifully
I'll
wired.
exactly. Thank you. I'll explain the reason. I'll explain the lore behind that title. Because it has nothing to do with the song, ironically.
Yeah.
But so the way it works is that I'll just think about mad shit in my brain, obviously, as I go throughout life. And then I'll gather certain motifs or like ideas for songs as I, walk around and shit. And then usually I'll come to an idea of like, well, lately I'll get an idea for like the title or like the theme or some shit, like the song Ruger on the album. That was a idea. I was like, I want to write a song called Ruger about this specific metaphor. And so I was like, one day, like, eventually I'll catch the beat and then like find the song, and then literally I'll find a sample, make the beat, and be like, this is Ruger. Okay.
Yeah.
And then get to be like, okay, my ideas, let's play around with them.
That's
And
right. Yeah.
yeah, and so usually when I get to the point where I sit down and write a song, whether it be I got the full inspiration process, or it's time to do a feature, or I just say, fuck it, I want to write right now. I'll sit with my notebook open. I try to write longhand as much as possible. I'll sit with my notebook open, play the beat on repeat, and then for maybe just like, it could be 50 minutes, it could be 15, it could be 50, it could be an hour and a half. Sometimes it happens over the course of a whole day throughout different periods of concentration.
Yeah.
But usually through some sort of linear process, and linear process, I'll get at least the first draft, if not the finished song from it, through like a very like complicated and somewhat frustrating process of being like, oh shit, this is good, oh this is bad, what am I saying, and I'm lost, then scratching that shit out, and being like, okay, wait, I want to do this. And so, but at the end, I always figure it out. I don't know how, but I'll feel super lost in the middle of it, and then by the end, I'm like, you know what, I got a good verse down. And I think that's why a lot of it, I think, holds up to me as I look back, because I'm pretty thorough, I think, with my editing process, whether it's during the process of it or then afterwards. Because let's say I bang a song out on a quicker side, I might sit with the song over the course of maybe a week, 2 weeks, and revisit it every couple days. Like, I might flip this rhyme or this rhyme. Lately, I've been doing the thing where I play the beat, I write out like my ideas.
Yeah.
I write out like maybe the first half of a verse, whatever, or a skeleton of the whole thing. But I don't let myself love it too much. Like, it's not made the best shit ever. But then what I do is I just talk it. Like, I don't write it no more. I just rap it enough that I get down what I wrote. Like, okay, I memorized what I wrote. And then that means that I don't even need a pen and pad no more. I can just repeat the rap in my head and then change it. I'm like, da-da-da-da, da-da-da. I'm like, okay, let me say da-da-da-da, da-da-da, and I just keep on rapping it. And so by the time I get to the booth and record it, it might be a very different verse, but that's in my own head now. I'm not attached to the thing. And so it makes me be able to rap it with more conviction. And then I don't get lost too much I get a little bit more musicality out of that by either sitting with it and letting it smooth out, or putting it in my head, because I used to have issues with my raps being a little bit too wordy. Like, it's pretty wordy already.
Yeah. Ooh,
but
I know exactly where you're coming from. Me too.
Exactly. But I was like, I gotta learn how to smooth my shit out by making it like oral. So
I think going back to what I said before, what helped me not make a rap wordy was, how are people feeling about this? Not even feeling, but how can someone compare to this? Right. Like, how can someone listen to my music and be like, you know what? I know what he's talking about. I know how he feels. I know
exactly. You gotta slow it down for niggas sometimes.
Exactly. And I think that's what every best rapper makes it super easy for you to understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
And I realized that. Like, that's why, as I was saying before, right, before we started this, The Love Below is one of my favorite albums ever.
Because he's singing that shit.
Not only is he singing it, but just the lyrics themselves, bro.
Yeah.
Like, Prototype, right? Where it's super simple. It's such a simple song. I hope that you're the one. If not, you are the prototype. Like, it's super easy, right? And it's something that everyone can understand, right? And this,
but it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. And this even goes back to someone like Doom.
Yeah.
Right? Where people think that his music is complicated. That his writing is really complicated.
Which I think it is, but go on.
I think it is in a way, but not really. Where if you really look at it, right? If you really just look at it, just stare at the lyrics, and then you just go, oh, that's what that is.
Yeah, no,
like,
I know what you mean.
Strange Ways specifically is one of those songs, right? Where he starts off the second verse like, they pray 4 times a day, they pray 5. Whose ways is strange when it's time to survive, right? That whole second verse isn't even that, like,
yeah,
it's even complicated.
Yeah,
my bad. Go.
No. I was saying I feel you, because I have to remember that when I'm like 14 listening to Doom, it's a lot of shit I'm actually picking up on, and it's not like I don't read like lyrics on the page too much anymore, or I was never super big on that. So I would just like catch a lot he was saying, or then I would hear him say some shit and like look it up and be like, okay, I see what you mean. Like I remember I learned what an iOmega zip drive was for that one line, and I was like, wait, okay, now that I know what this is, that does make sense. You're just doing a little like funny rap.
Don't get me wrong, right? Those parts, like the actual technical standpoint of it, is complicated, right? And we're looking at it at a technical level, but in the actual like, just reading it, right? Pretend like you understand. Pretend like you know your vocabulary is the same as his, right? And you're just like, okay, actually, all of this makes sense. Like, that's why Strange Ways is, to me, like, the best rap song ever. The best rap, like, written verse ever. Because it sounds super complicated, right? And that's most Doom songs. Most Doom songs sound really complicated, but then you really just look at it and you're like, yo, this man is talking about war. He's talking about genocide. He's talking about, someone trying to feed their children off of crime money, right? It's not that hard to understand, right? And that's what I mean by it's not complicated, right?
No, I know what you mean. It's like and I feel similar, not comparing myself to Doom at all, but like I feel similarly, about my music, where like I think because it's coming at you a lot, like it could feel like dense, but I don't be saying. I try very purposely to not say anything that doesn't quite make sense, or like that is abstract to the level where you have to do mad research, or like you have to interpret it super, super hard. It's like if you might slow down, you're just gonna see that it's kind of just like imagistic, or whatever that means. Like it might be a little bit psychedelic. Like I'm talking about some real shit, and I might talk about some like cool metaphor, but I don't know, I'm a psychedelic nigga. So it's part of music, It's mad reverb on the songs and shit.
My girlfriend sent me this meme recently where it was like, that's enough reverb, bro. Yo,
not even reverb though. I don't even fuck with reverb. It's the delay.
I know what you're talking about. But she sent me that, and that shit pissed me off, bro. I was like, why would you send me this?
I'm gonna start a shoegaze band. Like,
hell no, bro. my God.
You're not gonna hear no lyrics no more.
Yeah, it's just straight hums.
Water dancer cover. Yeah, pass along my body.
Bro.
You think I'm joking, but listen,
It's gonna be like Panchico. It's just gonna be Panchico
Bro.
and his only water dancer.
bro. This is why I actually sold my guitar, because I came to the conclusion that if I have this guitar in front of me, I might just make some completely different type music, and it might throw niggas off. As in, I might get real deep into some like blues bag, and then they like, oh, Merk, have you done any raps? And I'm like, yo, I've been trying to break down.
You were like,
yo,
I forgot.
Bro, I've been trying to break down this blues lick a lot, man. Like all I've been doing after work is trying to, play this Lightning John Hopkins shit.
Yo,
So
that happened to me so bad when I was in that jazz band, bro. Dog,
Yo.
at some point, I forgot how to make like an actual beat, and I was just making jazz, bro.
bro.
And it's hard. Don't get me wrong. It's hard. Don't get me wrong. It was good.
No, but
It
you
was
really
like-
forget. No, but you again with the guitar, because you don't have to plug that shit in. You get lost.
Yo,
That's why I ain't buy no acoustic, nigga. I'm trying to play classical, flamenco, and shit. Like,
I have an electric guitar,
Mm-hmm.
and all I would do is just play chords for like an hour,
that's
Forgetting-
why I sold it. That's-
forgetting what I was doing.
Bro, that's why I sold it, because every time I picked up the guitar, I would play chords and then just I would learn a scale and then just play random shit in one shape and until I like something, but then forgot it and then just did it again in a cycle, and I would never actually make quote unquote music. And so I was like, this shit is too much of a loop, man.
It was
And
just bad practice,
Bro, I had
Just bad
terrible
practice.
guitar practice habits. And that's why I wouldn't even practice that much. 'Cause I said, I'm going to pick this shit up, and I'm going to get caught in this cycle again. And I'm going to just play the same seventh shape, down the neck, up the neck, and then switch to the next one.
That was me with the piano. I still have my piano. Don't get me wrong. Most of my music is made with my piano.
See, the piano makes sense.
But
I mean, the guitar makes sense too. But
yeah, I mean, both of them make sense.
if you learn
But
it, though.
The piano, bro, I'm so jazz trained on the piano,
Mm-hmm.
I forget to make real chord progressions sometimes.
Word.
Right? Like, I'll make... I'll put in a random 13th chord on this rap song and be like, oh,
Bro.
oh, oops.
Bro, that's fire.
It's
Nah,
fire.
fuck it.
It's fire, don't get me wrong, but it's like, oh, this makes no sense. Like, this
It don't
just-
gotta make sense. You think it makes sense for me to make my branded beautifully wired beat? I don't even know how the fuck I made
Yo,
that beat.
I love that beat though. Like,
Yo,
it really,
thank you.
It really brought out. Like, I literally said to myself, especially when I heard when I feel less in my mouth wet and I could die thirsty,
Mm-hmm.
and then just having that in the context of the beat, I was like, damn, that's like scary, bro. Like, that's
Bro,
scary.
I be making these scary ass beats, bro. Like Seeing Red beat, this fucking horror ass beat. Like that
so good. It's so good. I love it. I love being able to hear a song and be like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to feel. Like, I'm supposed to feel some type of scared, right? It's like when you listen to a D'Angelo song, you're supposed to feel in love.
Yeah, like you listen to MERKEBA, you gonna feel in love in one track, and then you gonna feel like he talking to the spirit, and then he gonna make you scared because you in the fucking demon lands with the drums and shit,
Yeah, and then
it's pretty. Like,
next song is just some really, some really calm, like,
yeah,
sample in the background while someone is talking from like a documentary clip.
That ass.
Okay, yeah, okay. You just sent me somewhere.
Yo, it's just like zoom. That's why I made my collage style like that. Because
It's like
I mean,
good ass roller coaster.
yo, I would love to have cohesion, but that's not how my life was hitting.
But it's
So-
cohesive. Everything about
Word.
it is cohesive because it all makes sense. I learned that while making my last album.
I see.
None of the music made sense when
Mm-hmm.
put all separately, right? If you sequence it the right way, it will be
Mm-hmm.
all perfectly fine, bro. Especially when I'm not saying all of the themes are the same, but like it had that same it had the same motif. It was like the same motif.
Yeah, I did the editing work on this. Like, it's a lot of songs for the album that got made, and I was like, let me just keep my like sharp edge and just like I mean, even editing fucking videos, you learn that shit. Like,
Yeah.
editing, like even cutting up collages. I just cut up the album too. And so, and again, I had a lot of time to marinate on shit, keep the best there, you know, put everything else, you know, not that it's bad, but because I don't think I make anything that's like super ass, or like, I made some pretty ass beats, but that's regular. But I don't know,
Horrible beats, bro.
yo, but it's like easy to make a bad beat. You just have to not finish it, and it's just bad. So it's kind of different.
Yeah. No, it's so easy for me sometimes because like, okay, I don't know how to make drums anymore.
Bro, you have to really concentrate to make music like that. Has like, cause
I'll be stuck on a song like it's like, yo, this melody is perfect. Time to make the drums. Oh, that's it.
yo,
I lost everything.
no, I think the reason why I say I don't make ass music is actually it's like this. So no, I make plenty of like I'll write some terrible fucking bars, but I think my way of getting out of making trash songs is that if the verse is not good, I'll either just quit really early, but most of the time I just stick with the shit.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm literally just gonna sit here and write this song until it's fucking good. It doesn't matter how bad the shit is. Like, cause I'm like, cause I think about it like, yo, I'm not gonna waste this beat. So, like, we gonna try to make something.
I literally just finished doing that 2 days ago. I had this really good beat. Made the worst rap I've ever made in my life. Bro.
Of course.
Yo, I was like, okay, let me rewrite.
Rewrite, like, fuck, like, that's the thing. If you think about it like an author does, it's not that an author writes like a trash book, but it's that an author's gonna write a terrible first draft and then just make it better. And he's like, all right, bro, at least I wrote this amount of words today, which I'm not an author.
It shows you care when you take more than one try on something.
Yeah, like, and that's, I think, why this album feels, like, real, is because I didn't just, like, I'm not one of them niggas who just drop an album for no reason, like, yo, bro, I got a beat pack, da-da-da. Like, I really, like, was like, let me make a little movie, let me make a book or some shit, like, it's an idea, it's a beginning, it's a middle, it's an end, there's, like, a concept and shit, you know, and I think that's just fun, it's cool, like, I think niggas should be more used to that, because I think back in the days, that's how a lot of music was coming. Like,
I think back in the days, though, like, as we said before, like, a lot of people in the 90s had to do shit to get studio time, right? I also feel like a lot of the music back then did come out first take. Cause
they had much less takes type shit.
Yeah, because it was like, okay, I got 30 minutes left. Yo, let's bang this one out.
Listen, that's why the mixtapes sound. That's why them old mixtapes sound like that. Like, I was just listening to
those old mixtapes were so good, bro.
Bro, I was just listening to some PD Crack mixtape that my man's gang was putting on. Yo, the audio quality sound perfect for what these niggas talking about.
Yo, bro, look at the dedication tapes. Like, yeah, the dedication tapes is one of the biggest examples of that. Me and Camille had a whole conversation about mixtapes, I think, on our second interview together, where we were just going mixtape for mixtape, right? And a lot of these mixtapes are super intentionally made like that. Like, I've noticed that. Like, if you go back to, I don't know, give like a 3-6 Mafia mixtape, right? Mm-hmm. Or a lot of Memphis mixtapes in general, right? They are super intentionally made in a way that it's like, okay, this is just, I can tell you made this in like maybe 3 tries.
Yeah.
Right? And then that's it. And that's what makes it so good, though. It makes it so good. It just depends on how intentional you want it to sound.
Nah, because I'll say it like this. So, Julie, off the album, and Seeing Red, I consider those, like, radio freestyle type songs. Like, you know how, like, it's a lot of albums from back in the days, like the old, like, New York Underground, like, fucking, like, Company Flow and the Juggernauts and shit, where they would have, like, a little radio freestyle from Stretch and Bobbito on an album, like a minute or 30 seconds of the shit. But I'm thinking about it like, yo, a song like Julie, where I'm playing a super obvious sample, and then I'm rapping over it, where the way I mix my vocals is kind of up in the mix, it's not the most cleanest version, but I was super intentional about it.
Yeah.
But the way that came out, it's like it sounded like a radio freestyle because I come in and just go out. Like I didn't make that shit a full song. Even Seeing Red, 1 second. But even Seeing Red, like, so I recorded that song differently than everything else. I was at Chris Celestial crib in St. Louis, and then he had like a USB mic, like a cheap one, not like no disc, but it was like a cheap mic.
It was like
but I was like, fuck.
Yetis.
Yeah, like I had like a blue mic that I had bought off like Rob. So it was a little bit more high quality, but I was at the nigga crib, so I'm like, fuck it. And so he had it set up where he had a towel over it, all types of shit. So I was like, fuck it, let me just rap this song. I'm thinking I'm gonna scrap the vocals, do it again in my crib. But low key, I like the texture, like it sound a little bit rough. But the song all scary and shit, it's all Halloween vibes. So I'm like, whoa, this take got good energy though. So I kept it and just cleaned up the vocals a little bit. But then at some point, I had accidentally like changed my vocal chain on the actual track in Ableton, and then I fucked it up and it didn't sound as good. And so all I had was the export of the version before, and so that's the one on the album. Like I was like, well, shit, I can't change it from here.
Like, you talking about something like that reminds me of sometimes how my best takes of a song are from the demo itself.
Exactly.
Right. Where it'd be like, okay, I'm gonna record this real quick, just have a demo, right, of what I wanted to listen, of what I wanted to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I have like 3 of those songs. That's like, yeah, this is making the album just with the demo. Just a demo version of it.
Bro, niggas lucky I ain't dropped this whole album unmixed like fucking Blue. I was thinking about it. At some point, I was like, yo, I'm about to drop this album unmixed like Blue. I don't give a fuck. They gonna make me famous. And I said, let me not do that. I'm not Blue.
Like, even, like, imagine like American Corruption by Capital C's came out fully mixed, you know, fully well professional.
I'll probably fuck with that. I'm not gonna lie, man. If they had them beats hitting crazy, I'll probably fuck with it.
But it
depends on who remaster it though. Because I'm
talking at the time that it came out.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying because
maybe now it's different. Like I'd probably love to hear it remastered and all. But
no,
when it came out in 2012.
Oh yeah, 2012 music with the MP3 quality, that's gotta exist. Like I love when I listen to an old Vibes Cartel song and that shit from the YouTube rip from 14 years ago. Yeah. And so that shit 128 kilobytes MP3. It's like, no, I need the compression, bro. Like fuck that shit up. Digital distortion, fuck it.
Or even like I've had a huge phase recently from the Dirty Sprite 1 mixtape.
That shit is fire. Yo, Dirty Sprite, double cup of yo, bro.
Where he was like, "Shut up, pussy bitch." I love that.
Yo, when that shit is like fucking like it speaks to my brain cells. I'm like, whoa, bro, what the fuck? That nigga be speaking little mantras and shit. I said I can't listen to that shit no more. I'm sorry, sipping lean.
Something about Future's voice itself. It was always meant to happen, bro.
Bro, that nigga was always gonna pop off. That's why they said he's the future.
Yo, he is, bro. What was that shit? I'm on that Pimp C. I'm on that DJ Screw. I'm on that Big Hawk. I don't know what to do. Like, yo, come on, dog. He was gonna make it. He was gonna make it no matter what.
Future be singing and writing whole songs. Like, that's what niggas don't realize. Future literally gets in there. And same thing with Thug. They get in there like a traditional little Marvin Gaye ass artist. They be like, okay, what's the hook? Now we gonna sing the verse. Let's finish it up. Let's get it mixed up right. Like, they get in there. They get to their business. These niggas is professionals.
I'm about to say something that might be so controversial. To me, Future is like top 5 writers. I love how Future writes his music.
Bro, Future is one of them niggas, bro.
He, especially, there's a song that he had, Fez of the Sweep, where he knew this is going to be a bar. I know he knew this is going to be a bar because he cut out the whole beat where he's like, Fez did a sweep. I picked my dogs up like an infant. Yo. Yo. don't know what it was about that line specifically, but I was like, oh yeah, okay, he is the best artist to ever write.
Bro.
He's one of the best writers ever.
Bro, these trap niggas like fucking Skrilla and Young Thug and Future and shit, they be getting messages. They be channeling the spirit too. The spirit told them say that.
Bro,
Man,
I
fuck
know
Kodak, but
fuck Kodak, but oh my god,
Kodak can rap though.
Right,
Man, fuck
right.
Kodak. That nigga weird as fuck, but Kodak weirdly enough can rap.
Super weird. I live in
But that nigga
Florida.
is-
I don't have much of a choice.
Yeah,
Like,
but that's the thing. Kodak don't make bad music. That's the fucked up part.
he has some songs that's like, okay, bro, like I.
Why
get
he
it.
say
You
that?
are-
Like-
you are good. Like, okay, you're good.
He way too good at rap. Like I don't know what's wrong, but that nigga, that's all he could do. His mind fucked up.
Yo, imagine if he was just a normal. Imagine he was just normal, bro.
I don't think it was ever gonna be like that for him.
Hell no.
It was
He
never
had-
gonna. He grew up like that.
Yeah, bro. Pompano Beach, bro. Come on.
Yo, that nigga grew up on some fuck shit.
Yeah, I know he did, bro. I know
Oh my
he did.
god, no.
He had this one song called Benji's. This is a super old song, right? Where he was like, fuck, what did he say? I think I just forgot it. Never mind. I just forgot it. Right.
Bro, the craziest thing that Kodak
No,
said.
I remember.
Bro,
I remember. Polo on me, horses jumping out the barn.
Yo.
Yo, how do you come up with that, bro?
Polo on me, horses jumping out the barn. Yeehaw. Promise I ain't
Yo, I said
never
on this
slipping
song, I
like
said, I keep this polo preserved because it's hard on my sleeve, built like a horse off adrenaline. I ride through the east.
Bar. Everybody take
Yo.
a shot for that one right now.
Yo.
Everybody take a shot.
Yo,
Everybody take a
polo
shot.
bars every day, man.
Polo
I got a little polo bar on water dancing too. Everyday polo bars.
Bro, I wore a polo last week.
That ass, I had my polo sweater right there.
Shout out to Polo.
Shout out
Actually,
to polo.
didn't they do some weird shit?
Man, every company fucked up.
Every company got
Man, fuck polo.
fuck Polo, but like
Man, fuck Kodak Black, fuck polo. Fuck Tommy.
I might get jumped if I say that, bro.
Man, fuck Kodak, fuck polo, fuck Tommy, fuck Supreme.
I might get jumped if I say
Man, if I say fuck Supreme, I might never get sponsored by them niggas. We gonna cut that part out. But we
Actually,
gonna, only fuck Supreme though. We gonna cut out. We leave everything else. And you gonna have to put like a little bleep on the shit so niggas be like, "What did he say?" Like
they're gonna know. They're gonna know. They're gonna know, bro. No matter what, I might have to bleep out this whole segment right here.
Yo. Nah, I will definitely say fuck Kodak Black on stream. Nah, but one thing I'll give Kodak though.
I don't know if I can say that.
Yo, so you didn't say that. I said that. You not co-signing it. But the one thing I'll say, when Kodak said, I knew the perk was fake, but I still ate it because I'm a gremlin. Yo. Leave that part in the interview, nigga. Oh my God.
Yo.
What the fuck? That
There's
shit
so
sent
many-
chills down my spine.
There's so many Leonte lines like that, bro.
No. Deontay ain't never rap about no fake perk. No. Let's be clear. He never say the perk was fake, but I still ate the shit. He would not say that.
I think that's some shit that just Florida people say, bro.
No. Listen, I'm not saying nobody said fake perk unless he said fake perk like Kodak.
Like, oh my God. Actually,
Far as I know, that nigga don't do perk.
speaking about Leonte, bro, that man is also one of those people that can really write. He had
That
this
ass.
literally on top to top where he was like, Lil Dog can't read, but come artillery, he educated.
That nigga is fucking genius, bro. Like,
yo, genius. Or no, even on the same line, he was like, I don't want to hear your war stories. We at karaoke.
yo, that nigga be saying the right shit.
He is so fucking funny sometimes,
Bro, that nigga a cool nigga, bro. Oh my God.
Like, I know he made that line and laughed hard as hell, bro.
Yo.
Like, you can tell when somebody wrote a line and goes like, yeah.
Yo, I wish I could write some funny bars, man.
Bro.
I'm gonna try to do that next album. We getting jokes off. Fuck this spiritual shit.
Bro, Bruh, I fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. There's so many funny ass Beyonce lines that I just listen to the song just for that line itself.
Yo,
Right. Oh my god. But we did get a little off topic.
Yo.
We got a little off topic. What were we talking about in the first place?
I don't know. We might have to wrap it up soon. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. All right. Let me ask one more question, then we'll do lightning round questions, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you have such an attraction to Summer Walker?
How the fuck would you ask that question, nigga? Yo, okay. There's no extensive answer to this question. Summer Walker is a beautiful woman. That's literally it. I did not mean to overstate my attraction to Summer Walker, but more to the point, the reason why I was talking about Summer Walker, because she actually a good artist.
She is. I listened to what's that? Not even her most recent one. I don't think it was her most recent one. It was
Listen,
the EP.
Word.
Clear 2. Soft Life EP. I listened to it with my girl. My girl probably didn't even know that we were listening to it.
Yeah.
Bro, so good. So good.
Listen, she's singing the blues for real.
But yeah, shout out Summer Walker, bro. Shout out Summer Walker.
Shout out to Summer Walker.
Queen of Atlanta.
Queen of Atlanta for
Queen
real.
of
Shout
Atlanta.
out to Summer Walker.
All right, let's do some of these lightning round questions.
All right,
wrap it
bet.
up. All right. Live instrumentation or DAWs?
I ain't got no money. That's the answer to the question.
Okay. So put this into perspective where you do have money. What do you... still
Both.
like- both? Okay.
Both. It depends on the musical formula at the end of the day.
Okay.
Both.
Okay.
Every option.
One thing you're super good at, but no one would expect it.
That's a hard ass question. I feel like niggas expect anything. I don't know. What am I good at besides making music and fucking writing essays? I don't know. I'm not even good at the essay shit.
I mean, bro, people don't realize how good I am at football until I play football.
I wish I had some ability like that. Shit. I don't have no answer for that. That's appropriate for the stream.
Bruh. This is the 18 plus stream. I don't think no one...
I don't got no answer for that I would like to put forward to the public.
Alright, whatever. I don't think I want to answer this next question then.
That's the next question. Fuck it, I might answer this one though.
What is a guilty pleasure of yours?
Okay, I'm not gonna say no bad answer to that. I'm not guilty about that shit. But I say a guilty pleasure. I'm not guilty about it, but I guess one thing people wouldn't know is how much I listen to fucking like. I guess lately I've been listening to mad like very insane like screamo music, and by that I do not mean like fucking like Sleep Token or like.
That's not screamo music, bro. That's
I don't know.
I'm a
I don't know
white
shit.
mom and I don't listen to Imagine Dragons no more.
Yo, yeah, I'm just making it clear. I'm not talking about Imagine Dragons or fucking all that shit. I'm not even talking about Turnstile. No offense to
Talking about
Turnstile.
black metal? You're not talking about
Not even black metal. I'm talking about like fucking niggas don't know these bands. I'm talking about fucking like Page 99 and shit and fucking Shellac. Not the Shellac is
I don't know
screamo.
these bands.
Yeah, I'm talking about like Sleepy Time Trio, fucking Heroin and shit. Like shit that niggas don't really know about. But it's like very like a big band I like is Orchid. Some niggas might know about that. But I was just at a concert with this band Lord Snow. Shout out Lord Snow. They make fire ass music if you into that type shit. But they cool. I met the singer and the bassist. They real nice people. It's 2 women in the band, so I always appreciate bands with like women and people of color in them and shit like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they so yeah, I've been listening to like mad music that might seem like crazy like white boy shit, or even just like it sounds fucking insane. Like I'm not gonna hold you. Like if you would listen to my headphones, you would hear like discordant screaming and fucking like crazy guitars that are playing nonsense, and you might be like, "Why the fuck are you listening to this?" Especially
because when I was like in 11th grade, I did kind of get really into it. Not really into it, kind of into it. Not really into it. I'm not I'm gonna say really into it and get like quizzed about this later.
Yo.
But yeah.
Like, yo, name 5 Slayer songs.
Yeah, shoot myself, bro. I just shoot myself in the
Bro.
interview, bro. Marvel or DC?
Marvel. But I'm not really like super
A big Marvel fan.
No, I'm saying that in terms of I say Marvel, but I'm not like super invested in the debate. Like it's cool niggas on both sides.
Yeah,
For real.
mean, I'm cool with both. I love both. I like superheroes, bro. I like superheroes.
It's all about the good. It's all about the good comics.
I collect comics. I collect comics, bro.
Word.
Yeah.
I don't collect them shits, but for me, like I'll read any comic that's a good story. So I don't really give a fuck about the universe.
What's your favorite superhero?
Superhero? I be fucking with Spider-Man, man.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, me too.
That's my nigga.
My top 3 has always been the same. It's always been Spider-Man, Iron Man, and Black Panther. All 3 of them.
That's a good choice. I can't really jack Iron Man because of the billionaire shit. But Batman got some of the best stories, but Batman kind of a fuck nigga. I'm not really jacking him.
He kind of is. I'm not gonna lie.
But they be fucking with Batman heavy.
Yeah, no. I mean,
They be messing with him.
I get what you're talking about. No such thing as ethical billionaire. You know.
Yo, Superman not as bad as niggas think, bro. I'm kind of fucking with Superman.
I like Superman, bro. I love Superman.
I feel like he
no,
fuck
I
with.
don't. Let me not.
I feel like Superman fuck with black people a little bit. I feel like they gotta reinterpret Superman where he's not like a patriot, but he fuck with black people and shit because he an alien.
Even then, like, look at this new movie. Like this new movie, he's not really that much. I don't know why I said movie.
They said the new movie like some crazy like anti-Israel shit.
It is. I watched it twice, bro. I cried.
Yo, I gotta watch that shit. That's what I'm saying. Superman, I fuck with Superman.
That's like, bro. It was some low key anti-patriotic. Like it was like, yo, America's not that important,
Bro.
Like,
Yo, I'm saying Superman is I fuck with Superman.
like,
I think he stands for something.
The whole point of the movie was I stand for humanity, not America. Come
Yo.
on, dog. Come on,
Yo.
bro. Come on. What's your favorite Elmo character?
What happened? What
What's
character?
your favorite Elmo character?
Elmo character? Fucking Elmo. I mean, you mean Sesame? I mean, okay.
Yeah,
Think about the whole Sesame
Street
Street world.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Sesame Street.
I feel my nigga the Grouch. I'm not gonna lie.
The Grouch? You like Oscar
Yeah.
the Grouch?
I gotta say, as an adult, I mean, Big Bird kind of cool, but I feel like that nigga might be a little bit stupid.
Yeah. My favorite one was always Dracula.
Yo, I'm not gonna hold you. I do fuck with Dracula. Cause no. I'm gonna say Dracula's a favorite. Cause he was playing music and he was getting to the money.
Bro, Elmo was such an important show for kids.
They taught niggas shit.
We had Erica Badu on that show. Like, really understand. Like, people really gotta understand that.
Bro, they got put MERKEBA on Elmo. I teach them niggas how to read. That's what I do anyway. Shit. Like, I teach them niggas science.
Yeah, bro. You know, fuck it. What's your favorite? This is the last question. What is your favorite restaurant, hole in the wall, fast food, whatever they've ever been to?
Damn, bro. I don't know how to answer this question. There's so many great restaurants.
Shout out local hole in the walls.
I'm trying to think of a good hole in the wall restaurant. It's not a hole in anybody's wall, but it's this restaurant somewhere in New York City. I'm not gonna tell niggas where it is, but there's a restaurant somewhere in New York City that is named after a tropical pink red flower. I'm gonna tell you the name, but I'm not gonna tell niggas the name. But there's a restaurant in New York City that's named after a tropical red flower that is used in sorrel juice. That's a big hint.
Okay.
But it served good Guyanese Chinese food. So if you're ever in, it's Guyanese Chinese food. So you can get like fried rice and like curry goat or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if don't quote me on that, but you can get mixes of things. There's also a place in the Bronx. I forgot the name, so I can't even tell you. But it served Dominican Chinese food.
Dominican Chinese food.
Yeah.
What was that
I'm
one thing
fucking
that
with
Jay Electronica said that Dominicans
control
run
the banks?
New
I
York?
believe that shit. I believe that
Dominicans
shit
control
actually.
New York.
Yo, Dominicans do control the banks. I'll say that. Don't bleep that out.
Don't bleep that out. Shout out to Dominican people. I mean, bro.
Shout out to Dominican people.
What? Make sure you have stable internet connection. Did it stop?
Did it?
Line. Oh no, it's still recording. Okay. But shout out to Dominican people.
That's how we're gonna end the stream.
That's how I guess the last thing that this stream is gonna hear is the Dominicans run the bank.
Metal Snake out now. Buy that shit on Bandcamp.
Yep. Buy it on Bandcamp, iTunes.
Don't buy that shit on iTunes. Go straight to Bandcamp.
Yeah, go straight to Bandcamp. Yeah, stream it. Shout out. Make sure you repost it. Comment.
Tell your friend, yo, if you got any friends who might know a nigga, who might know a nigga, who might know two niggas, and tell them. Because if one nigga tell two niggas, and then two niggas tell four, then four niggas might tell five niggas, and five niggas might tell more. And so, if five niggas tell six niggas,
y'all heard it first.
And six niggas tell 10, and 10 niggas might tell one nigga, and one nigga might be the one to get me a Benz. Shout out O Solo.
Bro, get to it.
That's what I'm saying.
Get to it. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this.
I hope you enjoyed this. Yo, I don't know if you're going to cut this shit or it's going to be 2 hours. Like,
Bro, no, bro. I'm going to do the same thing I did with Shamar. Just go straight for it.
Bro. You're gonna leave all the talking about the Kodak Black in it.
Everything, bro. Everything.
Bro, niggas gonna be like, we listened to the good half of this shit. We was fucking with it. These niggas start getting off topic, and I ain't heard nothing about no Metal Snakes no more. This nigga was sounding intelligent in the first half, and now I don't know what these niggas talking about.
Well, bro, we're talking about our lives. The music is just part of it.
Bro, these niggas like, oh, we heard talking about Summer Walker now, like.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed.
I hope you enjoyed. Bro, stream my album. Fuck with me.
Stream Metal Snake right now.
Bro, I'm trying to get rich.
Right. Get him a Benz.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
2009 Cadillac. Get me a 63 Impala,
bro.
please.
I don't even need no fucking car. I just need to get my rent paid. Let's aim lower.
Let's aim lower, y'all. Just let him live off of the money right now. Be able to live,
bro.
But yeah, y'all stay safe. You know, I hope y'all enjoyed. Peace out. I can't stop the recording.
Muddy water, I'm purified. Mommy water, pull me aside. Sing for me, your healing a tool. Serpentine, I'll be next to you. Mighty wide